Hey fantasy football friends, so it is waiver time and I've got a few quick waiver options for you if you're out there looking for somebody to fill in for somebody that got hurt. Good news is that there are some great choices out there. Bad news is there's not very many of them. So let me give you a few that I really love. Number one, Buck Allen. I told you to pick him up last week. If you did, you're really happy because he scored 101 yards and a touchdown for you. If you didn't, he's still out there because he's still only owned in about 8% of the leagues. So please go pick up Buck Allen if you're looking for a great running back. I know a lot of people are high on Chris Carson. I'm not, just because of that backfield. That Seattle backfield is just really a mess, and their O-line not so good. Still haven't scored a touchdown this year either, so that doesn't make me very happy. But if you're desperate for a running back, Chris Carson is a good choice. The other area that people are looking at is Samaje Perine. I am not a huge fan of Samaje. I prefer Chris Thompson, especially in a PPR league. When Chris Thompson touches the ball, magic things happen, and I like that. So I like Chris Thompson. There's also, if you are in PPR, Kamara from the Saints is a good choice. He had 7 targets this week, and I like somebody that gets a lot of targets. So again, that's a desperation move, and you might want to put him on your bench, but you know, if you're desperate, it's good. As wide receivers go, Willie Snead will be returning after a week, so one more week. So if you can pick him up now, go in there and vulture him before anybody else gets him. That's a good move. Mohamed Sanu, still only owned in 13% of the league. He led the Falcons in targets and receptions week 1. Had 9 targets this week 1, and then 6 targets this week. So Sanu is a true number 2 to Julio Jones, so take advantage of that situation. Atlanta is a very high-octane offense, and I like that as opposed to the Seattle one. J.J. Nelson, a lot of people are really high on him too. The Cardinals offense scares me as well, so you can pick him up, but he's probably going to be a boom or bust situation. And I'm still happy with my Cooper Kupp, especially in PPR leagues, because he does get 22% of the team's targets. That's a lot. Now, temper that with the fact that it is the Rams and it is Jared Goff who's still learning. And they have some difficult defensive matchups. But if you can pick him up and stash him and play him in those good matchups, he'll be a good choice for you. So there's a quick little waiver update for you. I'll see you in a few days and we'll talk starting lineups.